Hey, how is it going on guys? Welcome to a new video. So today in this video I am going to show you the top 10 underrated games for low-end PC that you should play in 2021. But before we get started, please note that you need at least of 2 GB RAM with Intel Core 2 Duo processor and a Intel HD graphics driver to run all this game, which will be shown in this video. So let's get started. In the number 10 list, we have Prince of Persia the Forgotten Sands. Prince of Persia the Forgotten Sands is a third-person and action-adventure platform game. This Prince of Persia franchise is one of the underrated game franchises. Firstly, the story, artifacts, visuals, traps, everything was great. I don't know why they rebooted with a whole new story, but this story is also somewhat interesting, but people flocked to the Forgotten Sand that while this one was buried into the sand. I highly advise each and everyone to check this series out. It's gorgeous, memorable, and fairly challenging to play in 2021. In the number 9 list, we have Darkness 2. The Darkness 2 is a 2012 first-person shooter video game developed by Digital Extremes and published by 2K Games. The Darkness 2 is actually good. And I mean really good. It isn't going to go down in history as one of all-time classics, but it goes well beyond basic adequacy. I'm actually genuinely shocked by this. I've found a modern first-person shooter that I actually enjoy. The end result of this game looks striking and memorable, as well as displaying excellent levels of polish. The sound is catchy, visceral, and intense. The musical score isn't memorable, but it is functional and provides a solid background for the gameplay, and it will be definitely worth playing in 2021. In the number 8 list, we have Prey. No, not Prey 2017. It is Prey the game from 2006. Prey 2006 is a first-person shooter with role-playing and stealth elements set in an open-world environment. The player takes the role of Morgan Yu, a human aboard a space station with numerous species of hostile aliens known collectively as the Typhon. And I have to say, this game is not only underrated, but also underappreciated game that you should play in 2021. In the number 7 list, we have Wolfenstein the game from 2009. Wolfenstein is a first-person shooter video game developed by Raven Software and published by Activision, part of the Wolfenstein video game series. This game is so much better than the critics have said, and I ignored them. Wolfenstein 2009 is a great shooter game, runs perfectly on any computer, looks great even now, and is well worth the money to spend on it. New Order was definitely inspired by this game. The trouble is that it's no longer available on Steam. So that means you need to download this game from a third-party website. And if you do find the game, you won't be disappointed. In the number 6 list, we have Homefront. Homefront is a first-person shooter video game developed by Chaos Studios and published by THQ. The game tells the story of a resistance movement fighting in the near future against the military occupation of the western United States by a Korea unified under Kim Jong-un. Many of you may not be heard about this game. But this game was a masterpiece and an underappreciated game too. And if you guys like Call of Duty story mode games, then I am sure that you will love this game. In the number 5 list, we have Infernal. Infernal is a modern-style third-person shooter, with major first-person shooter influences. Players control the protagonist, Ryan Lennox, a former angel turned dark by unfortunate circumstances who have access to several unique demonic powers, including pyrokinesis, teleportation, and the ability to feed on the souls of fallen enemies. Infernal borrows a lot of ideas from classic action adventures like Deus Ex, but manages to stand on its own 2 feet. Awesome graphics, brisk action, and realistic environments make Infernal well worth a try to play in 2021. In the number 4 list, we have Spec Ops: The Line. Spec Ops: The Line is a 2012 third-person shooter video game developed by the German studio Jaeger Development and published by 2K Games. Spec Ops is a binary domain, another underrated game of Sega that was released in 2012. Spec Ops: The Line was overall a brilliant piece of work, with a phenomenal heart-touching war story that even modern warfare failed to deliver. The game doesn't leave a grand impression initially. I mean, you won't be much impressed watching the gameplays and all on YouTube. I know there are many guys checking the reviews on YouTube before buying the game, but the game definitely proves to be a surprise with a phenomenal story that you can't even expect in a game related to war. It is quite disappointing to see games not getting any sequels even though they had potential. Spec Ops being the best example. And definitely deserves to be played in 2021. In the number 3 list, we have Driver San Francisco. Driver San Francisco is an action-adventure racing video game. I was introduced to this game through a YouTube video by Nick Robinson called The Best Game Ubisoft Won't Let You Play. Being an unlisted Ubisoft game, it's very hard to buy it online. Nick actually had to go to Subway just to get the game. I didn't want to do that. So I just found a free download and I am pleasantly surprised at how fun it is. The game has a very engaging storyline that encourages the player to let loose and cause as much havoc as they want, while also solving crimes. And definitely will be worth your time to play this game in 2021. In the number 2 list, we have the Saboteur. The Saboteur was such a solid game and worth playing. It's a shame the studio went under shortly after release, or else the game might have gotten more media attention. The setting, art style, characters, and gameplay all mesh together surprisingly well. An easy recommendation to people that like open-world action games like GTA 5. In the number 1 list, we have GTA 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 is a 2008 action-adventure game developed by Rockstar North and published by Rockstar Games. This game was a masterpiece and better than GTA 5 in many things for its time, like the atmosphere, storyline, car physics, ragdoll, combat system, parkour and climbing, mods, more realistic crash models, more interiors, details like picking up props and throwing it, also many other things. And don't get me wrong, I know GTA 5 is still better than GTA 4 in more things. But not to mention that GTA 4 was released in 2008 while GTA 5 was released in 2013. What I mean is GTA 4 aged better than GTA 5. And totally will be worth playing in 2021 if you ignore the poor optimization of the game. So guys, that is it. This are the list of top 10 underrated games that you should play in 2021. I need to end this video right here, and before ending this video, I want to say that if this video helped in some way, please consider like this video, and if you like watching gaming video, why not subscribe? It's free to sub. I will catch you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye.